it going? Stretching. Oh, wow. Oh, Stream Elements and Wise Water both talking. That's funny. Here, let me throw my phone on the charger real quick. Probably good to go. But I bought too large of a sandwich a little while ago. Took me a while to eat. I had planned to stream like maybe an hour or two ago at the very least, but you know, took its sweet time, and it's very large, very dense bread, so took a while to eat it, and it honestly almost made my stomach upset just because it was too much at once. But in the meantime, I've been doing my Ever Crisis daily stuff, and so annoyed. They added the new Valentine's Day stuff, but they also had the winter draw for Yuffie's like winter outfit. I had 11 tickets. Called cat hair. For the draw, ready to go, and I was like, okay, what can I do to earn some more stuff? And I went and I looked through all the Crisis dungeons and realized that I had basically enough power to like do them properly. So I did a couple of those, got the things, and I came back and the time had ran over. It ended at 9 p.m. so I was like half an hour late and I couldn't do the draw. So I did this draw and got one ticket, but you know, all I needed was the one ticket on the other one to get her winter outfit, and it ended like minutes before I was able to actually get it, which is a little frustrating. But I really do like the new outfits and these goofy weapons they're making for them. Like her fucking dinner tray is fantastic, and the like waitress outfit looks pretty good on her too. But I did run through the story of the initial part already while I was waiting because I didn't think there was going to be one. But I'll recap it because I didn't really pay much attention. I'll just rush the missions ahead here, and I'll show off what I'm up to a little bit. I realized that the Crisis dungeons give you quite a bit of upgrade material and cash when you do them, so I have like more than enough to upgrade another thing to 90. But I want to get a Tifa and a Barret and an Aerith weapon up there, but I don't have any other good ones yet, so I think I'm just gonna hang on to that for a little bit at the very least. Otherwise, it'll probably be A on B, which I got another 2, I think, in the last couple draws. Because there is also a new 70 free draws. So for the next like 2.5 months, every day you'll get a daily free 10 draw, which is nice. I thought for 7 days weren't supposed to be red crystals. That's silly. But either way, there's a good chance to get some more weapons, and I got enough to buy the monthly extra Buster Sword 5-star thing. This one got an upgrade or 2. This one's getting pretty close to maxed out. Same thing with her regular Shuriken. But yeah, AOMB, it's up there now, and it lasts for almost a goddamn minute with the upgrade time, which is crazy. And if I have anybody with the buff or debuff extension, then that obviously just goes quite a bit longer. But I think my next one for Sephiroth is going to be focusing on the Kuja Blade if I can, or Edged Wings if I can choose, like set it on the lists and stuff. For Cloud, Buster Sword, of course. The Maritime Sword, I finally broke the 10-star limit thing. Getting his Fire Sword up would be nice too, because the only outfit I have for him is the Fire Sword one. Other than that, yeah, a couple things got up. I actually quite like her Oven Mitt, which is her Valentine Day weapon. kind of cute. I wish it was just a mitt though, like it didn't have the fingers. It was just like a literal of a mitt. But the ability is nice. Increases attack on a single person, gives them regen and a little bit of a heal. And HP and defense is fine. And yeah, other than that, nothing particularly new, but things are generally being upgraded. Same thing as before, trying to keep all my 5 stars at least 50 and up. And then 4 stars at 40. And anything that's in the blue can stay at 30 or whatever. And then as I get stuff for it, I'll upgrade it. Stuff for this one. But yeah, I like these kind of goofy weapons. The ones that are like not real weapons, but they're just like kind of entertaining. Dinner tray is great. Cloud's Happy Holidays sword. Her Tifa's cooking mitt. They haven't added enough joke ones yet. Give Barrett like a thing that shoots a rocket punch or something would be great. This one's pretty good too. Kingdom Hearts sword essentially. Yeah, the rest of these are pretty good. This one's awesome. Sun Umbrella is just great, actually. This is like almost a joke weapon, but these kind of swords are like fucking dangerous as fuck. So, not that much of a joke weapon. Yeah, the rest of these are okay too. But for now, it is what it is. I've also maxed out characters growth-wise a couple other places. Like, they're all pretty much where they can go without either getting a butt ton of memories or level ups. Cloud's maxed out until it unlocks level 72 for some reason. It's such a weird one. And then I've been trying to level up Sephiroth, Zack, and Aerith, Yuffie. I've been saving up memories for Tifa and Barrett. Tifa's still got a lot more to suck up, so she's using them all constantly pretty much. But Barrett's got about as much as he can do till he hits 55, and I got a bunch stocked up. Which I guess you can't see there, but I have 350 for him stocked up. And then everybody else has just been using them as they can get in there. But Zack, Lucia, and Yuffie, once they hit 60, they'll unlock a whole nother 2 tabs or whatever. So, but yeah, I'll do the Valentine's Day stuff real quick, and then jump into Octopath. But as well, I switched all my stuff over to Stream Elements, so now I have new subscribe, follower, bit donations, stuff like that. And I'll redo a couple of these to show the examples of them. This gift by 961 Dots. He's a fantastic pixel artist, and he loves making like little rapid dance animations of stuff. So he gave me that Evangelion one. I really like it. And there's also the T1 subscriber one. Is what used to be my old follower one with the Makanko Sopo. And for resubscribers, I put up a Spirit Bomb one. And there's a bunch of other ones too, but I'll leave them till I actually get like a real donation or something like that. But Stream Elements supports more types of donations and stuff like that. So I know Solar Dragon was asking a little bit about how what ways he can actually do a donation and stuff. Hopefully there's something suitable there. And then worst comes to worst. If not, you could always use the bits. It's like paying in pennies, essentially. But it's available now, so there you go. And yeah, let's hop into the events. Well, I guess I could show off how many of the crisis dungeons and stuff I've done right now. I did these 2 very hard ones. The rest of these are all S+. Oh, except that one. That one's just an S. Back and clear that S+ there. There's probably like another one or two here I could do, but I have to prepare very specifically for these, and the first time through is almost always kind of a wash unless I'm really lucky with guessing the weaknesses and stuff of the enemies there. Because like, if they show you one and it's like, oh, it's weak to fire, and then I gear out my guys, it's like, oh, it's got a circle sigil and fire weakness, so everybody gets circle and take fire on everybody. And then I get in and he's the only enemy with circle and he's the only enemy with fire weakness or something like that, and it's just like, fuck. Okay, but yeah, I am able to do some of these. Some of these are still like 220,000 power tops, and that's a little over what I can do successfully. Like, where I'd probably be able to beat it, but I'd be like a B or D or something. So. Yeah. This bomb rush is still going, but we'll see. We'll see how much I'm left with stamina wise after this. Might have a couple. Yeah, I got a couple stamina drinks. Burn them, but yeah, first things first. Let's go do the story. Yeah, like I said, I just went click through these real fast. I was like, okay, I'll do them on stream properly, and we'll see what they're about. Hey, how's it going, Solar? Yeah, I pop in on Ever Crisis every now and then, because it's a gacha game, which I'm not really a big fan of. So I've been playing it free to play for 3 months, I guess, since it came out. Because I was hoping it would be a good way to give somebody like a Cliff Notes version of FF7 before FF7 Rebirth came out, kind of thing. But they don't have all the story implemented yet, because I think a lot of the models in game are coming from Remake and Rebirth, so they're probably waiting till Rebirth is out and they'll add another couple pieces of the story for it. I'm doing pretty good. I had a gigantic fucking sandwich for supper, and it was too big. It took me like an hour to eat it, and I like almost felt sick to my stomach, so I was just like, I'll just play Ever Crisis while I like digest before I stream. But I think you just missed. I was saying I changed all of my stuff over to Stream Elements for the donation stuff, and I added a couple new tabs to the page there for like rules and donations and stuff like that. So now there's a couple new things there. But Stream Elements supports other payment types, but you do have to sign into Stream Elements, and worst comes to worst, you could always just donate bits on Twitch if you really need to. You're just eating your peanut butter. I'm allergic to peanut butter, but I do have soy butter in the fridge, and it's crunchy, so it's got the little like pieces in there. And I had a buddy who's like a huge peanut butter fan and says that like it tasted exactly the same as peanut butter. So I now feel happy that I know at least what peanut butter tastes like, because I only got that like a year ago basically. I was like, oh, I've never had this before. But yeah, I like taking that soy butter and I put like soy butter and honey basically, and that's usually what I'll have on like toast or something. Don't see the donut option for mobile. Yeah, you have to check maybe the laptop, but I can give you a link too if you really want it. Let me just go to the thing. Did I fucking close it? Good. I did close it. Okay. 1 second. Yeah, I switched all my stuff over there, so I'll show you now as well. Now I set up a whole new set of alerts and stuff on there. So there's the one that used to be, I'm just rerunning your alert from before. The one that used to be my follow one is now the subscriber one. And I have a new one that I got from an artist that does pixel stuff with this one. By 961 dots. He does fantastic little like hyper pixel dance things, and I really love Evangelion, so That's one of the ones I run on there now, but I can do a lot of other ones as well. Okay, here, let me go to this. There we go. There we go. That should be the new page for stuff like that, for donations or tipping or anything like that. So you should be able to use a couple other options as well. But if you don't feel like signing up or into stream alerts for anything, you could just tip bits on Twitch here. But hopefully there's something on there that works for you. It still has the PayPal option, but I think it's got like 5 or 6 other pay types you can do on there as well. So, but again, don't feel any pressure to donate or anything like that. I appreciate it deeply either way though. It's just I only came affiliate recently, so I wasn't even like considering any of that stuff. But I'm glad people are curious enough to ask about it. So it's making me do some work at the very least. All right, I'll continue with this stuff. Sip my Red Bull. The portal is one of the life stream's many creations and a door to many possibilities. As Cloud and the others traveled through the Mithril mine, they wandered to such a portal where they find themselves celebrating Valentine's Day with homemade gifts. Everybody, even the dog and the big burly black guy and all the girls, all gifts to Cloud. Huh? Something going on? Since it's Valentine's Day, we were talking about baking sweets for the occasion. To give the Cloud. Oh, everybody's shy about it. Don't be embarrassed. It's a day to show your love and appreciation to friends and family, after all. The holiday originated a few centuries ago when a man named Valentine, Vincent, he'll be coming soon as a character, presented heart-shaped treats to loved ones as a gesture of gratitude. What about the rumor going around this year? The mercenary's smile would bring you happiness. How's that? Great news for Cloud by the sound of it. Right, so we have to give him something, especially if the rumor turns out to be true. Yuffie's in it for the loot. Yeah, if you're thinking of baking something, thank him for everything he's done. In that case, count me in. Me too. My keen sense of smell may be of some use. There's one tiny problem, though. The ingredients we need are sold out everywhere. Guess everyone had the same idea. Wait, might have a solution? I heard about this weird monster that's been spotted around here lately. Indeed, its parts would be perfect for what you're planning. Pastry chefs from all over here have taken an interest. There it is, the sweets monster. The new monsters they added are like the flan / slime equivalents in this one, but they're like chocolate puddings. And the Hell House has been turned into a gingerbread house. Get to those ingredients. It's pretty similar to the winter event too. So you just do a couple of the fights, and then where's the second piece? Get some tickets, and then you exchange them for new items. Looks great. Absolute perfection. Hope Cloud appreciates it. Made your stream account? Nice. Comes now. What are you guys doing? Oh? Ta-da! Made you a special gift. But it gives Cloud chocolates and cookies and stuff. I have no particular idea how the stream element stuff works, but I can try to help if there's something that you're curious about. You guys up to something? Man, why you are so suspicious? Don't You know what day it is? Valentine's Day. Oh, right. And a lot for us, so we baked you some treats to show appreciation. Admit it, you want to smile right now, don't you? Yeah. Yes, it wasn't a waste of time. Mercenary's happy, which means we're owed happiness in return. I knew you were up to something. No, it's not like that. It's just there's this rumor. The mercenary's smile will bring you happiness. What? Never mind, Cloud. Why don't you try some of the treats? Sure. I really like these like chibi style models. I wish they just did like a classic remake of the game as like a remaster with these kind of models. Like this quality of like background image and stuff, it would be a fantastic, visually interesting way to get back into the game again. Well, maybe later. Feels weird with all of you staring at me like that. Right? Sorry. Eat them at your leisure. Like, close enough to the old, like, 20 polygon triangle models they had from the really old one. Same proportions and, like, body shapes and stuff, so. Well, once you do try them, let us know what you think. Blow your mind. I'm logged into Stream Elements, but I can't find your page. Oh, do you still have the link to the thing there? If you go to that, it should just bring up a page that says like, that's tip page, and then you can, I think you can just choose to like put in whatever amount you want, write a message, and then send it. Yeah, should be okay, but I have not tried it myself yet either, so where do I even start? I got a secret admirer letter from somebody else. Cloudspot's a card inviting him to a certain location. Who will he find there? Yeah, for whatever reason, it's taking me to the homepage of mobile. Ah, okay, I got you. Yeah, it might be a little weird on mobile. I guess worst comes to worst, you could like copy the link. And, like paste it into a browser or something, but no rush either. I've got probably plenty of streams of Octopath left before I get into anything new. There's a half good chance that just yeah, there we go. By the time I finish Octopath, or even if I don't finish Octopath, Rebirth will be ready. Yeah, the chocolate slime monsters look a little poop-like for my taste, but I appreciate them making different types to suit the different holidays. I'm getting level 8. Yeah, as I do the required steps of the stuff here, it'll increase how much like loot pickup happens over time. This is. I have to do it with Yuffie in the party? Oh, okay. Well, she's in the party anyways. That's fine. Weakness taken, limit gauge boost. I don't think they're even gonna last to the chance I get to use them. So difficulty ramps up over time, so... Actually, I guess this one's a time thing regardless, so they'll just succeed even if they don't get a chance to. They should have infinite health, I believe, so... Sweet stream. Yeah. Like rust-colored chocolate gunk getting thrown at them. If I kept Sephiroth. There we go. We get prepped for doing Octopath. I'm gonna pop out the chat window. This up there. Sounds still good. My audio's still good there. Nice. I probably won't burn any real stamina on this stuff until it's like max level Octa mission stuff. I'll just do the like daily available stuff. Was it Yuffie that called him out? I come to Wutai alone, Cloud. Hey. You're late. Sorry, came as soon as I could. No excuses. If you were in the gym training, you'd be in so much trouble right now. That way, called me out here training. Of course not, Cloud. Don't be dumb. So. God. Hey, there's a beautiful ninja standing here in front of you, don't you? Is he gonna get story like date things with each person? Oh boy. Oh, there's the bits. Oh, okay, I got you. No worries. That's pretty funny. I was like, whoa, what the fuck is all this? That's pretty funny. That's all good, man. That's funny. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for the 243 bits. Shane Labs pissing me off. That's okay. I'll look into other options for adding to stuff because I think with Streamlabs I can still like add notes to be like you could try going through this or use these if available, but the whole donation side of it's new to me too, so but I really do appreciate it. I thank very much. I'll put it towards triangle strategy because that's what you were curious to see, eh? On the wish list. Oh, damn. It was 50% off in December. Shit, I wasn't paying attention to it then. Send me the link to your browser. What kind of phone you on? Like, Android or iPhone? Like cheap air salad? I do like it of this too. Well, it's very similar to the old stuff, right? Like, but like just high res. Like, come on, Google, don't be like this. Like, it's the high res version of these guys, just with some like nice details, like his bracelet and like, hair looks like hair and stuff, not like big fucking Dorito chips and things. So iPhone 11, I gotcha. I'm moderately familiar with iPhones. Like, some families had them, and I've set them up for people when I worked as a tech person, but I've stayed away. I really like the open-ended system on Android for being able to install like all sorts of other programs and browsers and stuff. So, Brilliant Diamond. I don't think I've even heard of that. Oh, Pokemon. Okay, okay. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, Pokemon. The older 3D Pokemon like this, they definitely had that chibi art style. Pretty cute. One of the other ones I've played before is World of Final Fantasy, which like this most of the time, but the in-game models are like this. I'll show them on screen in just a second. So this is the like models in most of the world scene looks like that, but these are like the actual characters. It's like a Pokemon game. It's kind of weird. Like you go around catching like monsters and meeting dudes from the old series and stuff, and then you can like summon them into fights with you. It's an interesting one. I never finished it, but I should grab it sometime again and finish it. They're just really funny. The little chibi versions of all the main characters. So looks like a Funko Pop. Yeah. Pokemon really is definitely your love for turn-based RPGs. Yeah. Pokemon. It's such a solid classic like battle system. It's hard to like ever be bad with it. But I have my personal gripes with the Game Freak as like because I work in 3D and I do like models and animation and stuff like that, and it's like 60% Game Freak and 30% Nintendo that I have my problems with, because like Nintendo mandates that they put out like a Pokemon game every year, and Game Freak has been making the same Pokemon game for like 16 of the last 20 years. It's only recently that they started doing like a little more open world, a little more 3D from like an actual view and stuff. So they've only barely started like upgrading the models and the animation and stuff. But they, because of that, I feel like they've gotten lazy in developing it, so they haven't really bothered to put a lot more into like the actual world of Pokemon, because the battling is always good, and if you get a half decent story and good battling and like interesting Pokemon, the game sells really well either way. But Pokemon Coliseum for like 64. I don't know if you ever played this one, but this game had like I think 200 Pokemon available for it, and they all had custom animations for every different attack. They all had like different idle animations and like play animations when you were like outside of the Coliseum for it. And this was like a subcontracted team that made it. Like it wasn't Game Freak that did it, and they did it in like 9 months. It was kind of like these guys were like, oh, here's a pretty talented team that's familiar with developing for the 64 and is good with 3D. And they'll give it to them instead of Game Freak. And it still uses all the same battle system of Game Freak stuff, but they can make their own models, animations, texturing, special effects, and stuff like that. And they killed it. And then Game Freak, like maybe even a couple years ago, their 3D models and animations, they still don't look as good as this one does. And I'm like, oh, fuck. The Coliseum is great, and Pokemon is getting there. Not wrong. It's nostalgia. People come back for it, like Call of Duty. I agree. Yeah, it's definitely like here. Let's see. Pokemon games probably. But I can tell you exactly when I stopped playing. No, I don't want time order. I want release order. Yeah, so I had yellow. I had blue first, but I had a Game Boy and an older family friend that also played video games, and so he came by and he's like, "Oh, what's this?" And I was like showing him Pokemon, and then I said, "Yeah, you can play around a little bit if you want. You can try starting your own file, but don't save, and then that way it won't save over my file." And he accidentally saved, killed my like 100-hour playthrough or whatever when I was like 10, and so instead he bought me yellow and he kept the blue one. So I got yellow. I didn't get gold, silver, or crystal till a little bit later. Like all my friends had already played it for a bit, but I ended up with silver, and then I had sapphire and diamond, and I got black, and then I got black. I think I got both black and white too. This is where I was able to like work and buy my own shit finally. So I got Pokemon X, and I didn't buy Sun or Moon, but I did buy one of the Ultra ones like later on. I was kind of craving like playing one, but right around here was when they did the two things with the Wi-Fi stuff, where it's like Pokemon Vault or whatever, so you could start bringing some of your old Pokemon towards the new games like smoother. And so I used it, brought my new stuff into X, but then they had the different Pokemon Home or something like that. And the Pokemon Home one was like Pokemon that aren't available to be used in the current game. You can store them in the thing. And then they made it a subscription fee. And at some point, my subscription thing lacked, and I didn't pay like the $10 or whatever it was, and it erased like 600 Pokemon because I had like out of the time I think there was 795 or something like that released, and I had like 760 of them, and I was like, oh, I'm so close to getting most of them in here, and I'm not really like playing competitively or like really too caring about the story too much, but I'd like to get really close to get all of the current generations and like just get them. And then yeah, it erased a whole bunch of my Pokemon on the side, and I was like, okay, I give up. I don't care anymore. I'm not buying or transferring stuff forward. And then they, I think with Sword and Shield and Let's Go Pikachu and whatever, Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, they started saying that they're not going to bring the new Pokemon forwards. So it's like, oh, instead of bringing all 800 Pokemon into the new game, we're only going to bring in like 190 or something like that. And they'll pick and choose stuff from the old ones and add like 30 or 40 new ones. And then that kind of came up to these generations forwards. And I'm just like, I just don't have an interest anymore. Like, losing so many of them and then making it like harder to enjoy like all of the Pokemon that you've been collecting for like decades just like killed my motivation quite a bit. But I still enjoy that type of Pokemon game. Like, I still play the old ones I have. I just haven't bothered getting any new ones. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, I got one of those. I think I got Omega Ruby because I had Sapphire before, and I figured I'd try to go for something new. I got a bunch of like DS and 3DS games that I just haven't like bothered to get to. I was really, really soured on it for a long time, like years. I've just been like salty about my fucking lost Pokemon. So, yellow, silver, sapphire, diamond. Black and Black 2, X, and then Sun and Moon, and then I got, I have Heart Gold. I never bothered getting Fire Red or Leaf Green. I have Omega Ruby. Yeah, Omega Ruby. And one of Sun and Moon and one of Ultra Sun and Moon, and I just haven't played either of these two. Right here was where I like lost faith in it, and I got super fucking pissed about it. So Mega Evolution is the best mechanic they ever added. Yeah, and so I used to play Pokemon Go a lot too, like a lot, a lot. When it first came out, I would go walk for like 2 or 3 hours every day, kind of thing. And then it took them like 6 months to add any more Pokemon, so I stopped for a while. But then I went to Japan in 2018, and I used it all the time while I was out there because there was tons of people. Everybody was still playing it. It was kind of cool to like fight in some of those raids and stuff, and like catch new Pokemon and stuff. Uh, and then I came back to Canada and I stopped for a little while. But once COVID started, like 2019, 2020, it was kind of a real good excuse to just like walk around outside and do something that like still lets you interact with some people without actually being like nearby people. So I played it quite a bit, and then they started like nickel and diming the the economy in there. They're like, okay, you can't do remote raids more than 3 times a day. You got to buy passes at really expensive prices and stuff. And I was just like, okay, uninstall. I don't care to be extorted to do something that you could do for free before. But that being said, I still like Pokemon. So I have a buddy that is a big Pokemon like emulator playthrough guy. So we've been looking at doing like a randomizer and like doing like a twin run kind of thing, where he'll play it on his side and I'll play, and if one of us dies, we both die and stuff. Like there's all sorts of like fan rules you can do to make up like fun ways to play through the old games. And a randomizer seems like a pretty good way to do it, where it's like your starters are randomized, your opponent's Pokemon are randomized. The very first Pokemon you see is like could be a legendary or something, or it could be garbage. And if you're playing with the self-imposed rules of like you can only catch one thing per route or C option or whatever, it's like okay, so and if they die, they're dead permanently. Play some real harsh rules on there. So I'm looking forward to trying to do that. I think we were gonna do black because I think that's the best one for it, where it's still got a bulk of the Pokemon, and the randomizer stuff's pretty easy to set up, and it's still like it's still the 2D style, so it's a lot easier to like run that kind of thing on. But yeah, we haven't really hashed out the whole details yet. Like he went back to college recently, so he's pretty busy a lot of the time now. But after Rebirth, after Octopath, we'll see what's going on. I got a lot of old games I want to play again. I've been hankering to play like Oblivion and Skyrim because I never beat Skyrim. It's one of those games that I just played, like I put 300 or 400 hours in and I never beat the main story. I just wandered and like investigated caves and ruins and stuff and had so much fun with all the side content I never bothered to go for the main stuff. And Oblivion's the same way. But Oblivion's like janky in a really fun way, and I'm craving that kind of like almost broken game. Fallout. I'd never beaten Fallout. It was a sale where I got Fallout 1, 2, and 3. I don't think I have 4. But all of those games I used to have on PS3, now they're also on the PC for cheap. So it'd be fun to give them another go through again. All right. Back to the story. The Valentine's Day a little bit. Z-Moves, Gigantamax, and Terra, whatever you call it, is garbage. Yeah, Mega Evolution I like quite a bit. It's a nice mechanic to give you like a nice boost move and stuff, but my team I used to play, let's see. I'm distracted immediately again. Let's see. Pokemon Team Builder. Let's see if I can quickly rebuild my favorite last team. What's the poison dragon? Poison dragon. Gouge. That's what it is. Gouge. The sword one. No. Not the game Sword and Shield. Off. Give me that one. Aegis Slash. There we go. God, I'm blanking on names for Pokemon now. Electrion, there you go. I've heard of Showdown. Showdown? Oh, no, don't worry. I like the distractions too. It's a good excuse for me to talk about random shit. So, is Showdown a Pokemon thing? Pokemon Showdown. Battle Simulator. Oh, cool. No, I've probably never heard of this specifically. Is that like the basic online way for people to play and stuff? Hats off to you. Wait, is that something I'd add? What the fuck was the hats off to me thing? I don't know what that is. That might have been like a default one that it put in there. I don't remember those last couple of them that were there. I added some of these, but the hats off to you and the guide the raid one, those are things I think Twitch added. Pick generation and build and competitive team thing. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, that's fun. This is like the team that I went with a lot, which is, you know, not ideal or anything, but Dragalge, Aegis Slash, and Hitmonchan were like my cheese strategy. So I don't know if I could switch these, but Aegis Slash would usually start, or sorry, Dragalge would usually start, and he had that ability that laid out like toxic spikes. And then I'd swap him out with Aegis Slash, which came in, and you could use the shield form to like block a hit 100%, and then it could use the unsheath attack or something like that, and it would like cut them and switch with another Pokemon, and I could switch in with Hitmonchan, and he's not the fastest, but he was really fast compared to a lot of other Pokemon other than like legendaries and stuff. So I could use him to hit with like one of the weakness punches or like a stun punch and try to stagger them and stuff. And then I just really like Jolteon. It's one of my favorites. And then Sandslash, despite not being particularly good at anything, it's also just one of my like favorite designs. And at that time, I had the Charizard as my starter, but these three were the cheesy ones. Wake up, Quio. Wake up. Come on. Oh, you flop over on the floor. What do you want? Pick you up. Scoot you over and grab you. Big floppy Kit Kat. Needs her baby cuddle. Oh, sure. Posture check and hydrate. Okay, I'll do that after I scooped up the cat. There we go. Yeah, happy purr. How you doing? You're snoozing on my laundry pile over there. Very tired looking. Come over here because you wanted to get scratched. Is that it? Good girl, Cleo. In your box? Maybe because I'm talking, she's like, oh, he's doing things. I need to be there to get his attention. Yeah? You happy? Okay. But yeah, Dracolids, Age of Slash, Hitmonchan, and the rest didn't matter at all. Those were all like, those were easy to cheese out stuff with. And I only played with like 2 or 3 people at the time. Like my girlfriend at the time was Filipino and had a lot of big family. And the family's kids all loved me because I was like into enough of the games that they played that they could like hang out with me and stuff. So whenever we go to like a family dinner or event or whatever, I'd bring my DS along and play Pokemon with a bunch of them. And I felt bad about it using that, but it was fun to be like the unbeatable boss that all the kids would try to come and throw themselves against me, like, fuck you, I'll beat you this time. And I'm like, I don't think you can. This is like a really cheesy setup that was fun to abuse, but it's definitely not like a balanced team in any way, so they could beat me if they could survive the poison trap and invincible Pokemon thing. Alright. He did that because because I knew you'd appreciate it and maybe even show your gratitude, but give me a few materia. Just 1 or 2 orbs. Come on. Creepy swaying she's doing. I knew you were after my materia. I've had a fair share of unbearable bosses. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, when you're a kid and like playing basketball with like a older cousin or something and they just go Psh! It's fun to be in that position once you're a little older. Do it while you can before they get taller or faster or better at you. Oh my god, Cleo, you made me instantly have a runny nose. Dusty. Oh my god. I love my cat, but I hate being allergic to pets. I just suffer through it because I like having pets more than I like being able to breathe. Okay. So. Okay, fine. I'm sorry to put you on the spot. Just slip them to me later when no one's looking. Okay. Alright, bye. Never getting my materia. Fuck, instantly my nose. Nope, that's it. Okay. Oh, check what I got here. My nose is like crazy ticklish now. What the fuck? Do you want to hurt cookies? Okay, I should do another. Yeah, I'll let them do auto. You feel dirty. What the hell, Cleo? Get like the brush real quick. Can I get medicine for it? Yeah, but you're not supposed to take it every day. Supposed to only take it when it gets really bad, and like Cleo doesn't really bother me too much. It's mostly like uh, just the fact that sometimes when she goes and lays like in the laundry or something like that, it's kind of dusty, and then eventually she will come up, and when I stream, she always comes and demands like some cuddles. So I have to like hold her like a little baby basically and pet her for a bit, otherwise she'll just cry and jump on me. So usually it's not too bad if I've like brushed her and I like gave her a pet and stuff already, and she's like, got all her like dust shaking off of her. But yeah, sometimes she comes up and it's just some fresh pile of dust she like happened to get into that gets like thrown at my nose, and then I'm totally like yeah, the usually not too bad. I'll take the medicine when I like play with new dogs or something. There's a lot of dogs in the apartment here, but not enough cookies for that one. The rest of these on the bomb rush one. It runs out. Oh, is it over? Nope, never mind. Yep, just rewards. Fuck. Okay. There you go. Change a couple of them at the very least. Think they have purple chests in this game too? Fuck, I hope not. They better not have fucking purple chests in here. They have blue and yellow chests as far as I know of. These ones they usually run out of. Luckily, doing the daily stuff here doesn't really take too bad. But they do have a pretty decent like approximation of most of the story stuff. So if you go through and do the story quests, you can do the rough story of the Crisis Core game, the First Soldier game, which has been closed since then. So instead of doing the like battle royale that it used to be, you get the story of Baby Sephiroth and Glenn, Lucia, and Matt, which I think will probably be in Rebirth as a bigger story part. And then yeah, the regular Final Fantasy VII story. That's not the remake story. This is like the original story. And there's some nice like side story stuff that they add too. That isn't like the regular thing. So it talks about how Barrett, when he lost his arm, how he had to like struggle because his wife died and it's not his baby in the first place, so he wasn't really ready to take care of a kid, and how he didn't have his arm essentially. So he had to like try out different prosthetic arms and like go to work as like a construction worker with a baby strapped to him and one arm, and got fired a bunch because he's like dropping crates because he can't hold things with one arm and a baby on him. But they talk about how after Tifa recovers from getting slashed by Sephiroth, and how Aerith was watched by Turks as a baby, and how Cloud actually got into the city by himself as a fucking PTSD brain scrambled guy. But, lots of stuff that wasn't actually in the original game, but is like expansion stuff that's nice to see. And then they got all the regular gacha shit that's like way too expensive, but I don't pay any money for it. Just do the free stuff. Be happy with that. Okay. So let me switch over Actually, I guess I gotta burn some stamina here first. Let's just do these. Alright, I'll have a cigarette then real quick, and I'll let the auto battler take care of this. Oh, you're done with me rage again? Yeah, well, we'll see. The Octopath might fucking get me riled up when I get back into there, so. You doing, Cleo? You got food. I fed you already. You got lots of dry food. Your water's full. Clean. You just jealous because I had a big sandwich and you wanted to eat it? She's grown a craving for white bread, which is real weird. Oh, this one's out. There we go. But, which I found it is not bad for cats, but they don't actually get any nutritional value out of it. But for some reason, she fucking goes nuts when I open the bag of like bread or whatever. So I go and I make myself some toast, and I have to tear off a little piece for her, and she'll like dance on her hind legs and grab my hand and try to get it. So I'll give her a little piece whenever I have bread. There you go. And regular asthma meds. These motherfuckers don't get their goddamn limit breaks. Oh, how did they not get enough damage to do limit breaks? It's stupid. Auto battler is dumb. It's not very good. Inhaler, yeah. I do have a little vape here for trying to quit smoking, but I haven't really been pushing that too hard lately. I don't smoke a lot anyways, but I still do smoke, so. Yeah, I had like bubble boy bad asthma as a kid. I was on like a what you call like a ventilator, but what do you call it? Nebulizer. There we go. Yeah. So there's a nebulizer machine, which takes like a little bit of liquid medicine you push in, which is liquid versions of those. It's more concentrated, and then patches on a little like medical mask thing, and I just would sit there for like 30 minutes, and it would turn it into vapor that I would inhale. And it was a corticosteroid for your throat and in your lungs, which helped build up the muscles faster, and the muscle tissue in your throat and your lungs would be able to resist inflammation better. But I had to be on that like 4 times a day for like half an hour at times a day, and I had such bad allergies as a kid, I had to stay inside a lot. So my parents got me into video games, because otherwise I would be sitting there doing fucking nothing, staring at a wall or TV or whatever for like several hours a day, basically. So I got into video games thanks to my parents, and it's turned into a lifelong hobby and / obsession. Oh, that's enough for one more. Hell yeah, there we go. Yeah, I got into smoking near the end of college when I was doing construction work. And everybody at the studio I first worked at all smoked, basically. Just crashed me back. Oh, yeah, no worries. I was just explaining how I had real bad asthma and allergies as a kid, and I had to stay inside for many hours a day because of it. So my parents got me video game stuff as a thing to do while I sat on the nebulizer machine for asthma. And to avoid getting like allergic reactions from like dirt and grass and pollution and animals and stuff like that. So that was a lot of my childhood was sitting inside and sitting on like a medical machine or something like that. But I grew out of a lot of it thanks to having the medicine as a kid and stuff, which was, you know, good. And got mostly better. Yeah, I started smoking near the end of college because of the construction guys that I worked with on the summers and stuff. And then it turned into one of those things. It's like I don't really smoke often, but if I go to like a house party and people are drinking and they offer me a cigarette, I'll probably take it, kind of thing. And then when I went to work at a studio the first time, almost everybody at the studio used to smoke very heavily. And then most of them did not smoke that heavily after we had like rules change in Canada where smoke was banned in most public places. So you couldn't smoke in public or restaurants and stuff like that. A lot of stamina left to burn it on. That's fine. But luckily, yeah, I don't smoke that much. Maybe like a 20 pack every other week and a half or something. But no pack a day, kind of crazy stuff that some people used to do. But I should probably still cut it out. It's gonna be nothing but a small impedance when I'm exercising, so I'm the same way. Drunk cigarettes. Yeah, exactly. That was the thing that really turned it from like a very casual thing into like a habit. It's like, oh yeah, we go to school all week, and then usually every Friday we'd all go to the pub that was nearby the school because they have really good food, and they'll have a band or something Friday, so we go there at like 4:30 right after school, college I should say, not school, and somebody would smoke, and they say, hey Paul, you want to come out for a smoke? I bet, yeah, sure, fuck it, whatever. And then I would have a couple of cigarettes when I drink, and then eventually it turned into one of those things like, man, I could just have a regular cigarette while I'm like out here on the porch at my house or something. I don't need to just be drinking when I do that. And then that turned into need some fresh air while I'm at school, so I'll go outside, enjoy the sun, have a cigarette. Alright, I'm going to step off for a cigarette real quick, and then I'll switch to Octopath. So I'm going to switch the game here right quick. And then when I step back from that, I will be good to go with Octopath. Change the game. Octopath. Traveler. There we go. Also, that should be the next part, not 14. There we go. Okay, I'll be back in like 30 seconds. Are you 16? Now you're 21. Oh, you're a young one still. I started when I was maybe 22, I think. Yeah, because like I graduated high school, was 18, and then I went and worked for 6 months out in Alberta at the logging place for some extra cash, paid off my car and stuff like that. And then I came back to hometown, and I upgraded a few courses before I applied to the college for the art stuff. And then the application for the college was the following August, so I worked for about 8 months at Walmart. Yeah, 19 going on 20. And college for 2.5, 3 years. Yeah, and that was right near middle to end of college when I got smoking. Yeah, 22 to 36 coming up. 35 right now, but I'll be 36 pretty goddamn soon. Okay, I'll be right back. Young but motivated? Yeah, that's the good way to be. Burning the energy and the motivation while you still got it. Like, I'm still motivated too, but I've become much more casual about stuff. I don't feel the need to like rush into things, but I definitely I am still motivated to do many things. But they're I would say they're much less adult things than they probably should be in my case. I want to go traveling. I want to go build a custom motorbike and stuff like that. Go back and make some more anime swords and sell them. Want some stupid shit like a castle and stuff. weird one weather-wise here today. It's like +5 and it was raining. Toss this up. All right, let me switch over to Octopath here. Uh-oh. That's not a good sign. We get fixed if I go into the thing. Uh-oh. Oh, that doesn't look good. Is this going to be a restart of OBS? If this crashes, I'll be right back. If it doesn't, then we'll see. Let me figure it looks fine. If I deactivate and activate it, is it going to be okay? It currently does not seem to detect the game. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It seems like the music stopped from the Elgato. Okay, I might have to just restart. I'll be right back very shortly.